Welcome to the channel, Coin Lovers. Today we're taking a closer look at the top 4 rare 20-cent Australia coins that collectors are always searching for. These Australian 20-cent pieces come in many different conditions and mint marks, and even small variations can make a huge difference in their value. From scarce early issues to unique mint errors and low-mintage varieties, these 20-cent coins continue to stand out as exciting discoveries in the world of Australian coin collecting. So check your own change and coin collections carefully. You might be holding a rare treasure and not even know it. Let's get started. First up, the 2004 Australia 20-cent coin, a beautiful piece of circulating currency that holds both historical value and collectible interest. This coin, without a mint mark and preserved in very fine condition, has many fascinating details worth discussing. The Australian 20-cent coin has long been recognized for its elegant design and its sturdy cupronickel composition. Even in circulated grades such as very fine, this coin stands out with its sharp design features and appealing metallic color. The obverse of the 2004 coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait is known for its realistic detail, showing the Queen wearing the royal tiara in very fine condition. The Queen's portrait retains most of its important features. You can still see depth in the facial outline, hair, and crown, although natural wear is visible in the highest points. The inscriptions Elizabeth II and Australia 2004 remain clear and bold around the obverse, showing that despite circulation, the coin has maintained solid legibility. The edges of the coin may show some smoothing from years of use, but the circular shape remains clean and intact. Preserving its original structure on the reverse side, the coin displays one of the most famous Australian coin designs, the platypus swimming through stylized water currents. This design, created by Stuart Devlin, has become a national symbol on Australian currency. Even in very fine condition, the swirling water lines behind the platypus remain visible, though the sharpness may be slightly reduced from regular handling and circulation. The platypus itself, positioned prominently in the center of the reverse design, shows gentle wear around the head, back, and flippers, which is expected for a coin of this grade. Collectors appreciate the 2004 20-cent coin because it represents a stable production year with high mintage, yet finding a clean, very fine example with strong details is always satisfying. The absence of a mint mark on this coin is normal for modern circulating Australian coins, as most base metal coinage from the Royal Australian Mint does not carry mint marks unless struck for special sets. The natural silver-gray color of the cupronickel alloy gives the coin an attractive appearance even after years of circulation. Toning, soft color patches, and contact marks add to the character of circulated pieces. When held under light, the coin shows a mix of smooth areas and remaining detail, making it a great example for collectors who appreciate the balance between wear and preservation. The field areas on both sides of the coin may exhibit small scratches or marks from use, but at the very fine level. These marks do not overwhelm the design. The reeded edge of the coin typically shows moderate wear on circulated examples from this era, and your coin may have a lightly softened edge, which is normal and acceptable. Even though the coin circulated, many of its defining artistic elements remain intact, showing why the 20-cent series has become a favorite among collectors worldwide. The platypus design is admired for its dynamic motion effect, and even with wear, the swirling lines maintain their flow and visual appeal on this coin. Collectors often look for coins like the 2004 20-cent piece to fill date collections, album slots, or high-grade circulated sets. Very fine coins offer affordability while still looking visually impressive. The obverse portrait of Queen Elizabeth II still conveys the artist's intention, with detailed facial features visible despite circulation wear. The surfaces show natural aging from years of passing through hands, shops, and everyday transactions across Australia, giving the coin its unique character. The 20-cent denomination holds a special place in Australian currency for its size, weight, and instantly recognizable wildlife design. This 2004 example carries that legacy faithfully and very fine condition. The coin retains strong rims, though slight flattening is present around some areas due to gentle wear, which is consistent with the grade. The reverse engravings, including the denomination 20, remain bold and clear, proving that the coin still maintains excellent readability. This coin represents a piece of Australian monetary history from the early 2000s, reflecting the era's economic stability and consistent minting quality. Collectors value coins like this because they tell a story, where they circulated, how they were used, and how they survived the years while keeping much of their original beauty. The absence of major dents, corrosion, or deep scratches makes this particular very fine example even more attractive to new and seasoned collectors alike. The 2004 20-cent coin also serves as a great learning piece for those studying Australian coin grading, as its wear patterns clearly show what constitutes a very fine grade. Its combination of condition, design clarity, and natural color make it a pleasing addition to any circulated Australian decimal coin collection. Many collectors appreciate circulated coins for their connection to everyday life in Australia. This 2004 piece may have traveled across cities, shops, and hands over 2 decades. Despite circulation wear, the artistry of Stuart Devlin's design remains visible, reminding us how well-crafted Australian coins truly are. Holding a very fine 2004 20-cent coin offers both aesthetic enjoyment and historical appreciation, making it more than just a piece of currency. It is a preserved part of national heritage. Next up, the Australia 20-cent coin from 1980, a circulated condition piece that continues to attract collectors for its history, design, and unique background. This coin may not look rare at first glance, but it carries fascinating details that make it worth exploring. This 1980 20-cent coin comes from a period when millions were produced, yet circulated examples often show signs of age and character that give the coin a story of its own. Even though it has no mint mark, that feature is typical for Australian decimal coins produced at the Royal Australian Mint. The design on this coin remains one of the most iconic in Australia's decimal series. Featured prominently on the reverse is the graceful and dynamic platypus, swimming through stylized ripples that add motion and elegance to the artwork. The design was created by Stuart Devlin, the metalwork genius behind many Australian coins. The obverse of the coin displays the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a familiar image sculpted by Arnold Machin. This effigy is known for its youthful style, and it remained on Australian coins for many years, representing a significant era of Commonwealth coinage. Collectors often examine the rim, lettering, and surface details of this coin to understand how heavily it circulated. A circulated 1980 coin typically shows wear on the Queen's portrait, along with smoothing on the platypus design and the surrounding waves. Many collectors enjoy this coin because it captures daily Australian life from the late 20th century. These pieces moved through shops, markets, gas stations, and pockets all across the nation, carrying decades of history in every scratch and mark. The 1980 coin is common, but that doesn't reduce its charm. For new collectors, circulated examples like this one make affordable entry points into Australian decimal coin collecting, especially for those building date sets. When evaluating a circulated 20-cent coin, the most important details include the clarity of the Queen's hair, the definition in the platypus, and the sharpness of the lettering along the edges. These are the first areas where wear becomes visible. A very worn coin may lose the fine lines around the platypus, while lighter circulation still allows much of the original artwork to be seen. Each level of wear tells you something about the coin's journey through time. The composition of this coin is cupronickel, a durable metal mix that resists corrosion and allows the coin to last for decades. That is why even circulated examples often retain a bright, silvery appearance. Collectors from different countries appreciate this coin because it represents a blend of wildlife design and royal symbolism, two themes that help define Australia's rich numismatic history. For many people outside Australia, the platypus design is especially interesting because it showcases one of the world's most unique animals, a creature not found anywhere else on Earth. The 1980 issue doesn't include any significant mint errors that are widely documented, but individual coins may still show die cracks, off-center strikes, or rim anomalies that increase collector interest. Australian decimal coins continue to rise in global popularity, and older circulated examples like this one often become starter pieces for collectors who later move on to high-grade pieces or rarer dates. A circulated coin like this often carries original toning that adds personality to the piece. Some may show light gray, golden, or darker areas caused by decades of handling, storage, or exposure to air. These natural tones on the metal can give the coin a unique look that cannot be duplicated artificially. Many collectors appreciate this originality because it reflects the coin's authentic history. Examining the edge of the coin is also important, as heavy circulation sometimes softens the edges or creates small nicks along the rim. Such marks are normal and expected for a coin of this age. The 1980 20-cent piece also represents an era when Australian coin production was stable and design stayed consistent, which makes each year's issue part of a long and unified series. While the coin may not command high prices in circulated condition, it remains important for building complete collections or for anyone who appreciates the artwork and craftsmanship of Australian coinage. Circulated coins help us understand how ordinary people interacted with money in the past. Each scratch could represent a purchase, a pocket full of change, or the hands of someone who lived through a completely different time. Many collectors enjoy imagining the path a coin took before it reached their hands. Perhaps this 1980 piece passed through hundreds of daily transactions, leaving behind a story that only its surface can tell. The fact that this coin has no mint mark is not unusual, but it also confirms that it was produced at the Royal Australian Mint, which handled most decimal production during that period. Different collectors assign different levels of value to circulated coins. Some see them as placeholders in a collection, while others appreciate them for their authenticity and everyday history. This coin also serves as a reminder of how important small denominations once were in everyday life. Today, digital payments are common, but in 1980 coins like this one played a much larger role in commerce. When held under light, even a circulated coin reveals the beauty of its design, showing the craftsmanship of Devlin's stylized waves and the unique shape of the platypus gliding across the reverse. Collectors often enjoy displaying circulated coins in albums or holders that protect them from further wear. This keeps the coins preserved while still showcasing their natural, aged appearance. For new collectors, the 1980 20-cent coin is a great starting point because it is affordable, visually appealing, and easy to identify. It also helps them learn the basics of grading and condition assessment. The circulated 1980 coin may not be a rare treasure, but it holds undeniable charm and remains a meaningful piece of Australia's numismatic story. Its history, design, and durability make it a worthwhile addition to any collection. As we wrap up this look at the Australian 1980 20-cent coin, remember that even circulated coins can teach us a lot about design, production, and the everyday experiences of people who use them. Next up, the Australia 20-cent coin from 1981, a circulated condition coin that carries decades of use, history, and character. This coin may be common, but its design and story make it a favorite among collectors of Australian decimal currency. The 1981 20-cent coin is a part of the standard decimal circulation series, and like many Australian coins of this era, it does not carry a mint mark. Its absence of a mint mark simply means it was produced at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, which handled most of the nation's coin production during that time. At first glance, this coin shows normal wear from circulation, and that wear adds a sense of authenticity and age that makes each piece slightly unique. Every scratch, mark, and faded detail is a part of its journey through everyday transactions across Australia. One of the most iconic features of this coin is the elegant platypus design on the reverse. Sculpted by the renowned artist Stuart Devlin, the platypus appears swimming across stylized ripples that give movement and life to the artwork, making it stand out even in circulated condition. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II, portrayed in the Arnold Mackin effigy that was widely used across Commonwealth countries. This portrait shows the Queen with youthful features and a crown, a design that became a recognizable symbol of the era. Collectors pay close attention to the level of wear on the Queen's hair, face, and crown, as these areas usually show the earliest signs of circulation. Even in worn condition, the portrait remains a classic reminder of Australian coinage history. The platypus on the reverse can also show softening in the finer lines from circulation. In heavily used examples, the rippling waves may appear flatter, and the platypus's shape may lose some of its original sharpness, but the overall design remains instantly recognizable. Despite its common status, the 1981 20-cent coin is appreciated by many collectors for its durability and quality. Made of cupronickel, the coin is resistant to corrosion and can survive decades of use while still retaining much of its original shine. Circulated coins often take on natural toning that adds personality to the piece. These color changes can include gray, silver, or darker spots caused by age, handling, and environmental exposure, making each coin visually distinct. The edge of the coin is smooth, and the rim may show small nicks or dents from years of circulation. These rim marks are completely normal and contribute to the authentic appearance expected of a circulated coin from the early 1980s. The 1981 issue had a large mintage, meaning these coins were widely used across Australia for everyday purchases. Their presence in shops, markets, schools, and public transport systems gives them a connection to everyday life in that era. Coins like this help tell the story of the country's economy and its transition toward modern currency systems. Even though digital transactions dominate today, coins such as this one remind us of the value placed on physical money during earlier decades. Collectors who specialize in world coins or Australian currency often appreciate finding circulated examples like this because they offer historical insight without requiring a large investment. They serve as accessible entry points into the hobby. Examining this coin under light can reveal hidden details that are easy to overlook at first glance. Even with circulation wear, the ripples behind the platypus may still shine with texture, and the Queen's portrait can reflect subtle highlights. The lack of a mint mark simplifies identification for collectors. Since the Royal Australian Mint produced the entire issue, there are no variations in mint locations for this year, making the classification straightforward. Some collectors look for minor die cracks, small misaligned strikes, or unusual rim characteristics in circulated coins from this period. These minor minting quirks can add interest and sometimes increase a coin's appeal. Circulated coins often carry a sense of mystery. No one knows how many hands they passed through or what kinds of purchases they helped complete. This sense of unknown history is part of what makes collecting circulated coins enjoyable. The 1981 20-cent coin is part of a long-running series that continues to be used in Australia today. While designs have remained largely consistent, each year's production carries subtle differences that collectors enjoy comparing. Handling a circulated coin allows collectors to feel the weight and texture of history directly in their hands. Unlike uncirculated coins stored away in pristine condition, circulated examples have lived full lives in the real world. This coin's design captures a connection between Australia's wildlife and its national identity. The platypus, being one of the most unique animals on the planet, serves as a fitting symbol of Australia's distinct natural heritage. Even in circulated condition, the artwork on the coin remains impressive. Devlin's ability to bring movement and depth into such a small canvas continues to be admired by coin enthusiasts around the world. The portrait of Queen Elizabeth II also holds historical significance, marking a long period of Commonwealth unity and consistent design across multiple decades. This era of coins has become iconic among modern collectors. This 1981 coin is often found in old change jars, inherited collections, or boxes of mixed world coins, making it a common but enjoyable discovery for collectors who appreciate international currency. The wear patterns on circulated coins like this can serve as a simple introduction to grading basics. Collectors can learn to identify flat areas, worn rims, smoothed lines, and toning differences by examining pieces like this. Many collectors enjoy assembling full-year sets of Australian 20-cent coins, and circulated examples are perfect for filling slots while keeping the hobby affordable and accessible for beginners. The coin's sturdy metal composition means it will continue to last for many more years, even in circulated condition. This durability is part of what makes Australian decimal coins popular among hobbyists. Though not considered rare, the 1981 20-cent coin still holds sentimental and historical value, especially for those who grew up using these coins in daily transactions across Australia. This coin also serves as a reminder of how small denominations once played an important role in everyday commerce. They were used for snacks, phone booths, public transport, and countless everyday purchases now replaced by digital payments. When viewed closely, even a circulated coin can reveal a surprising level of artistry and craftsmanship. The fine lines, curves, and textures show how much detail goes into producing each piece. Coins like this help preserve the story of Australia's coinage evolution, connecting modern collectors with decades of history through a single small piece of metal. As we wrap up this detailed look at the Australian 20-cent coin from 1981, remember that even circulated coins have rich backgrounds and unique character that can make them meaningful additions to any collection. Next up, the Australia 20-cent coin from the year 1999, a coin that many collectors appreciate for its design, durability, and the interesting era of Australian currency it represents. Even in very good condition, this coin carries subtle signs of use that highlight its journey through everyday Australian life. The 1999 issue features no mint mark, which is typical for circulation coins produced at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. This lack of variation makes the coin straightforward to identify while still offering plenty of details for collectors to appreciate. When examining the coin in very good condition, you'll notice it retains much of its original detail, though some areas may show light wear from handling and circulation. These small marks add character while keeping the core design sharp and appealing. On the reverse, the platypus design remains as iconic as ever. Created by artist Stuart Devlin, the platypus appears in motion, effortlessly swimming through stylized water ripples that give a sense of energy and fluidity to the design. Even with slight wear, the platypus's outline remains well-defined in very good condition. Some of the finer lines may appear softened, but the essential details, curves, and flow of the artwork remain clear and attractive. This particular year holds a special place among collectors because the 1990s were a stable and consistent period for the Royal Australian Mint. Production quality remained strong, and the 20-cent coin continued to be one of the most recognizable denominations in circulation. Turning to the obverse, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Ian Rank Broadley. Introduced in 1999, this effigy marked a shift toward a more realistic and mature representation of the Queen. The effigy shows sharper facial features, more detailed hair, and a natural expression, making it a standout portrait among the various designs used on Australian coins over the decades. Collectors often enjoy comparing this effigy to earlier versions to see the evolution of the Queen's appearance on currency. In very good condition, you can still observe the texture in the Queen's hair and crown, though minor flattening may appear from normal use. These signs of wear are typical and do not diminish the coin's appeal as a collectible. The edge of the coin is smooth, and in very good condition, you may see only light rim contact marks. These small imperfections are normal for circulated coins and are part of what gives them authenticity. The cupronickel composition of the coin helps it retain a clean metallic shine even after years of handling. This durability is one reason the series has remained popular among collectors and durable in everyday use. Coloring on very good condition coins tends to be consistent, though you might see slight toning from exposure to air, pockets, wallets, or coin jars. This natural toning can add subtle beauty and uniqueness to each piece. Collectors enjoy this coin not only for its artistic design, but also for the sense of everyday history it represents. A coin like this may have passed through schools, shops, fuel stations, markets, and countless hands across Australia. Holding the coin gives you a tangible connection to the late 1990s, a period when physical money still played a central role in daily life before digital payments became dominant. The raised features on the platypus design help collectors identify signs of wear, with the platypus's head, tail, and water ripples being the first areas to show flattening after years of circulation. This 1999 coin is also appreciated as part of Australia's decimal series, which began in 1966 and continues today. Collectors often assemble full-year sets, and finding a 1999 coin in very good condition is a nice addition to that kind of collection. The details of the Queen's portrait also help collectors assess grading. Areas such as the cheek, eye, and the front of the crown typically show the first signs of wear, offering a useful guide when evaluating similar coins. Very good condition coins continue to maintain solid collector demand because they strike a balance between affordability and visual appeal. They show history while still preserving design clarity. Another interesting aspect of this coin is its familiarity. Many people in Australia grew up using the 20-cent piece, making it a nostalgic item that reminds people of their childhood or earlier decades of everyday life. The coin's weight and feel add to its appeal. Its solid cupronickel composition and smooth edges make it comfortable to hold and easy to recognize among other denominations. The 1999 year also marked a time of stability in Australian coinage. With no commemorative designs interrupting the standard issue, the regular platypus coin circulated widely and consistently. Collectors also pay attention to coins of this year because of the introduction of the new Queen's effigy. This makes the 1999 coin especially interesting for those creating sets of coins featuring different portrait designs. A coin in very good condition may display signs of light handling but will still retain strong definition in the major design elements. This makes it perfect for collectors who want quality without the cost of high-grade uncirculated pieces. Many beginners in the hobby start with coins like this because they're easy to acquire, rich in history, and visually appealing. The 1999 20-cent coin is an excellent example of a collectible that is accessible yet meaningful. Even slight discolorations or light scratches tell a story. These marks reflect real-world use, reminding us that coins travel through countless daily interactions, from small purchases to change returned from shops. This coin also showcases the Royal Australian Mint's ability to create long-lasting currency that remains visually striking decades after its release. Collectors appreciate how even common coins can become interesting when studied up close. The curves of the platypus, the lines of the water, and the fine details of the Queen's portrait all reveal craftsmanship worth admiring. The absence of a mint mark keeps the design clean and consistent. This simplicity is valued among collectors and makes identifying the coin straightforward for beginners. As time passes, coins from the 1990s become more nostalgic and historically significant. The 1999 20-cent coin stands at the edge of the millennium, marking a transition between decades and eras in Australian currency. When kept in very good condition, this coin remains appealing to collectors, students of history, and anyone interested in the evolution of Australia's decimal system.